Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to season 11, episode 44, overall 594 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show on this Thursday, September 25th, 2025. September 25th, 2025. And I hope everyone is doing well. And I'm looking forward to my guests today. I have a couple of guests on. And we're going to bring them on in a minute. My guest names are Tania Ross, Missy Greenberg, and Jordan Carlson. They are actors, co-hosts of the Slut in Training podcast and of a short film that was released in March of 2024. So we're going to bring on Missy Greenberg, Jordan Carlson, and Tania Ross. And they're going to talk a little bit about their acting careers and Missy as writing her new first movie as well. A little bit about themselves. And they're also have a new podcast out with the same name called Slut in Training Podcast as well. They've just, I believe, completed 6 episodes. So we're going to bring on these ladies right now, Tania, Missy, and Jordan. Good afternoon. How are you all doing?
Good.
Great.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome, and congratulations on your new podcast, Slut in Training Podcast, which you've just completed 6 episodes, and congratulations on your short film of the same movie as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Gotta ask you this. How did you guys all come about meeting each other?
Through the audition process. I mean,
Right.
for the short film. Yeah. So Missy had posted, about the audition. And so Tania and I saw the breakdown on one of the various casting sites and sent in an initial tape, and then were called in for a callback, very memorable callback for each of us. I'm sure Tania can attest. Her story is very interesting. But yeah, and then that was kind of the way that we all came together. We were cast in the film and shot the film, got along really well, proceeded to go on like a press tour to all these different film festivals. The film did really well there. And then we liked each other enough to start a podcast and, continue our friendship from there.
How did you come about the name of the short film? And can you tell my audience a little difference between a regular film and a shorter type film?
Yeah, sure. This is the first short film I wrote and directed, and it just kind of came across one night when I was talking to some girlfriends, as we would in the living room with several glasses of wine, and my friend was sharing with us her dating dilemma, and I was trying to coach her on how one should think on a date versus a man. And somehow I think my girlfriend and I just came up with, well, you're gonna be a slut in training, and I'm going to teach you. And so I wrote a quick 5-6 page screenplay, and then converted it into a short film. The difference between a feature and a short film, obviously, is the length. And, you can get from a short film can be anywhere from 30 seconds, 20 seconds to, 40 minutes, I think, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Slut in Training is only 5 minutes long. So it's a nice little bite-sized piece of entertainment.
Where is this movie currently available online? Is it available on live streaming right now?
Yes. So it did a year festival route, and now it finished. And so now it's available on YouTube at Not From Here Media channel. But that and all the podcasts are available on the same channel.
Well, congratulations on your first film. And I'm going to ask you and put you on the spot now. Do you have any more upcoming projects going on, Missy?
Thank you. Yeah, I shot 2 more short films after that because I had so much fun with that. I've got actually both of them are in the festival route now, and my most recent one will be showing at a big festival, which I cannot announce until next week. So
I want to ask you this as well, Missy. For anyone that's watching our show live stream or on audio, and they're looking to get into the film industry and maybe produce and direct and write, would you recommend them to start doing short films before first?
oh gosh, I would in the sense that it's more pragmatic and easier to tackle with I guess, no background. I don't have a film background, so that obviously is much easier to start off. And budget wise and time wise, it makes more sense. And you kind of get your feet wet and you learn so much that I feel like it's almost better than film school because you learn your mistakes on the spot and after the fact, and once you see it on the big screen, and super rewarding. But I think it's just more pragmatic, time saver, and cheaper to start with a short film.
How satisfying, I guess I'll get you guys to all answer this question. How satisfying was it to see the final product and being released and getting good reviews?
I mean, go ahead, Tanya. Go ahead.
Oh, it was extremely satisfying because it was such anticipation and waiting for it in post. And I think Jordan and I asked Missy a few times, like, when will it be out? Can you send it to us? Because we wanted to post it, but we couldn't post it for a whole year anyway because of the festival circuit. Because you got to hold off until it goes through that route. And but it was really satisfying to watch it at the end because then I saw the whole picture, at once, and I thought, okay, now I see why Missy picked Jordan and I, because we're so different, our energies, and it worked perfectly.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think it's also pretty incredible to see it on the big screen in a theater as we were doing the festival route, and just seeing them acting and making the words come alive on screen, and then also hearing it live with an audience and hearing what kind of hits the audience and what they think is funny versus what you thought was funny when you wrote it, and how they acted it out, and then how the audience perceived what was funny was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that's the beauty of comedy at film festivals, I think, and especially being in them and producing them, directing them, whatever, is you get to hear in real time the way that people are experiencing the film as well. It's that in itself, as an actor at least, is very enjoyable.
Yeah.
How important is it to have good chemistry, and how important was it to find the right location to film this movie?
So important that they had to audition with Fernando in the room. The inflatable man had to be there while they were auditioning, and just seeing, it's actually because comedy is so physical in the scenes, that for me to see them be able to interact with the third co-star, which is an inflatable man, is funny, and just seeing that. And then obviously these two had great chemistry too.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite, it is one of my favorite callback experiences ever, is walking into the room and seeing that I had someone to act with, and the someone being the inflatable man. It was very enjoyable.
I was very excited too. So fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah,
I'm going to put you guys on the spot here. Any chances of a sequel in the future?
Everyone else.
You never know. It has been asked before. Why not?
Why not?
I have a viewer watching. He's actually going to be on my show this Friday night. He was in the U.S. military for 20 years, and now he's a motorcycle champion out in California. His name's Edward Hearn. He wants to ask you, ladies, have you all thought about doing a short films on YouTube and Netflix? I think you guys have already answered that on YouTube. But is your film available on Netflix yet?
Not yet. No, but never say no.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question, Edward. And I wanted to ask you all this question too, ladies. How much has the internet and live streaming changed the film industry?
Oh gosh.
Drastically.
Yeah, I think it's certainly in terms of from live streaming, in terms of like I had another film that was in a horror film festival, but it was there was a live stream of it online as well as in person at the festival, and just the amount of people that were able to be exposed to the projects, and any film that's being live streamed at festivals, so that like the audience is much broader. And I think it films, especially by independent directors like Missy, they're able to reach more audiences because of live stream and the internet.
It's made it easier to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even with smartphones now, you can even make a movie off your smartphone with the
Yeah.
technology.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more accessible.
Yeah. So
What are your thoughts of the shrinking film industry with the theaters diminishing as well now with everything being live streamed?
I think there's
I love-
always, there's always going to be a joy of going to the theater. I don't think that that's ever going to go away, because it's similar to going to a festival and hearing people react to your comedy or drama or whatever your film. You go to a theater and you're all collectively as an audience experiencing this film, ideally for the first time. So it's like going to live theater. It's a shared experience.
What was the daily day like on set, and how long did it take for you guys to complete this movie?
Well, it actually, we were relatively fast. It only took us one full day. We had a rehearsal day before, and the location was in Burbank in one room, which is great for a first-time director. One room, one day, shooting, and it went relatively smooth, right, ladies? I mean,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think the toughest part was actually Fernando. He made the most noise, and we had to work around the squeakiness of him, which I never considered.
We had
as
to
a
wipe off the
issue of-
lipstick.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your most memorable scene in this movie? A short film.
I'll let one of you two answer.
Go for it, Tanya.
For me, it was licking his face, his beautiful blue eyes and his face. That was so much fun.
No stubbles.
Yeah.
Smooth. Perfectly
Yeah.
smooth.
Hmm.
I think for me, it was the very end, like carrying him out, putting him on my shoulder. Because there was a take that we did where I put him on my shoulder and then went to turn, and in the process smacked Tanya in the face.
And it worked. And
It did.
one where I take him when we're sitting and I turn him around to me and I hit her on the head, but they kept it in the
Mhm.
film, which was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Worked. It was a happy surprise.
Mm-hmm.
This next question is for Missy. Who are some of your influences and mentors in filmmaking and writing, if you had any?
Oh gosh. I think they're more personal. I mean, I could go large scale and talk about big filmmakers, but I think my journey for writing and filmmaking started at a writer's retreat held by Austin Film Festival in New Mexico. So a lot of people I met there had already written stuff or directed stuff, and they were kind of my mentors throughout the whole process. Because I don't live in LA, I actually flew out to LA to shoot because they had connections, and that's why I had the auditions there and location there. So that was such a big role in how I could do it without going to film school.
Yeah.
Tanya and Jordan, I want to ask you this as well. How would you describe yourselves as actresses?
Oh, go ahead, Tania. Let me think about this one.
Jordan.
How would I describe myself as an actor? I think there's a lot that can go into that question without sounding too actory. I like to think that I love comedy. So if there's ever a chance to be in a comedy or kind of flex that muscle, I jump at that. But I think I like to approach characters from the perspective of who in my life reminds me of this character, especially for the one that I play in Slut in Training. I myself am very different than the character that I play. So it was much more an exercise in who in my life inspires me to, like, who can I pull from to help build out this character. I treat acting a little bit more like painting, where you have the initial sketch that is what the writer director provides, and then you get to add all of the color and the different shading to that character.
As for me, acting is all I've ever wanted to do. So, but it doesn't mean I don't continue training. I constantly take acting classes, always, always, always. It just to help me get even better and learn new techniques, right? So, but I like every genre, and I like actually breaking down a script. I broke down her script, Missy's script, like to the T, because I wanted to do exactly everything she put in the directions, in the stage directions and reactions. I wanted to do everything. So I break it down. I'll read it over and over without trying to memorize it. So I'll just read it and read it and read it. And then once you break down a script and read it, it's just like, it's easy. You memorize it without even knowing you memorized it.
Speaking of memorizing things, I wanted to ask you this too, both of you, and even Missy as well. What are some tips for helping you memorize lines that you guys might use?
Oh
Or
man.
techniques?
Yeah, I think Tania kind of hit the nail on the head. It's great to go through a script, and rather than thinking initially about memorizing it, think about, why is my character saying that, and what are they responding to in the scene that's making them say it? Because when you have a conversation with someone in life, you're, actively listening to what they're saying, and then kind of thinking about how you're going to respond while they're still talking. So when you do that and then you act it out in the scene, it makes you look like you're thinking rather than you're waiting to say your line, which is what we do in life. So it makes for a much more interesting, dynamic performance when you see it on screen.
Yeah, I don't try memorizing first. The first thing I do is look at the stage directions. I don't even look at the dialogue. I look at the stage directions and I see, okay, who's who, what are they doing? Because when you know what they're doing, then you know how, when you do read your dialogue, you know the inflection of each line because you read the stage directions. So I always do stage directions first, and then I'll go to the dialogue, and I'll just say it over and over, and then I'll know the inflections. I'll know how each one is to say it, and it just comes out more truthful, more authentic that way.
What are your thoughts on ad-libbing as an actress? And Missy, when you did this movie, did you give the Jordan and Tania a little bit of free leeway of ad-libbing as well?
I think I did, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
I think I did. I mean, there are definitely lines that I wanted them to hit, and then we kind of do another take, and they would tell me, well, this doesn't sound right or doesn't feel natural. And so I definitely was open to that. I'm not tied to my words at all. So I think that's the collaborative part that I love about being on set and working with actors, is because they are more experienced than they were more experienced than I was at the time. And so I kind of lean into their skill sets and their experience being on set and being actors. And, I think we worked great as a team.
Yeah, definitely. It's very freeing when you have a director who is willing that trusts you enough as an actor to, say like, okay, as long as you keep the intention of what is written here, if you stay true to it, go ahead and, change things around or say it the way that it fits, in your mouth, is basically what you would say. How does it sound most naturally coming out? to you rather than maybe what's written on the page.
And sometimes it's better than what you write on the page, and that's okay.
And from the beginning, she told us, like, well, she told me and I'm sure she told Jordan, but she told us from the beginning, you create your backstory. Like, what is your backstory? You know, which is what actors do anyway. We want to create a backstory, but she gave us free range. Like, you make the character, you know, like that's your job. So she let us do that. And then she directed us if something didn't hit right, or she is a great director. I mean, she was really good. I didn't even know it was her first time when we did it. I had no idea.
Missy,
Really,
do you have any interest in becoming an actor as well, or do you kind of prefer the behind the scenes as behind the camera?
Oh God, no.
No?
I can't remember anything for the life of me, so that would be god awful.
Come on. I think you would be a great actress. I think you should go for it.
I would prefer to direct. I would prefer to direct, and being on the podcast is also horrifying in front of the camera, but I managed that.
but you're so good on the podcast too.
Mhm.
Like, she's amazing on the podcast.
That's part of acting.
It's like natural for her.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your podcast. You've done 6 episodes and hopefully many more as well. And I wanted to ask you this too, Missy. How did you come about the idea for this podcast?
Yeah. So while we were traveling to various festivals, we all kind of started it together. It was my first time at a film festival. And so I made t-shirts that said Slut in Training in black and white t-shirts. And we all 3 wore them around town at the festival, anywhere kind of where we could see people, and they would either smile, it would elicit a reaction. And so I knew Slut in Training as a brand would work, and I didn't want my short film, all that hard work and all that money I put into it, to go to like a short film cemetery where most people would never see it. So I was like, well, and I had met someone who started a podcast, and I'm like, let's do a podcast and keep the tone funny like the short film, and kind of absurd, and be able to laugh about intimate topics and make it accessible for people.
How important is branding and marketing, obviously, with your podcast? And I've learned that myself, but also with your short movie as well. Do you have merchandise out as well?
I am working on the merchandise site, but yes, we will have merchandise where you can wear Slut in Training t-shirts, tank tops, hats. We have wine glasses. We've got everything. Dog bowls. Dogs can be sluts in training, 100%. And so can men.
You'll have to give me one of the hats. I like hats.
Yes, for sure.
I have another viewer watching. It's the same one, Edward, who's going to be on my show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. He's from California, by the way. He wants to know, what are some of your favorite places in Los Angeles? All 3 of you.
Oh, man. There's so many great places in LA. Like,
yeah, you guys are LA residents. You start first, and I will sound as a tourist.
I mean, I live in Koreatown, so there's always something happening here, and the food is really great. That you can't really go wrong. There's tons of, karaoke bars, and even karaoke places where you can go and, get your own private karaoke room, so you don't have to embarrass yourself in front of the entire bar.
Yes.
I live by the beach, and my heart is at the beach. So I love the beach, and there's also karaoke bars here too. There's a lot of but that's my fault. Like, I just love it. It's just clean air, and it feels good, and that's where I would say to go.
Yeah, I'm a tourist there, but I love seeing the water. I love seeing the ocean. You guys have it all. So, and then I love being able to hike, like in Griffith Park, and seeing the entire city in front of you. It's pretty incredible.
Miss, you were saying you were from Chicago. I've been there a couple times, and I love their deep dish pizza, their Goose Island beer, and I love their sports. What makes Chicago such a great place to work and live in?
I think it's, I lived in New York when I was younger. I think Chicago kind of combines like a urban lifestyle, but you're able to, it's more affordable than New York, and you're able to raise kids here and have kind of all the pluses of an urban place. And you've got sports and you've got museums, you've got all the culture on top of like the food restaurant scene is pretty incredible here.
Who's got the best deep dish pizza in Chicago?
Oh gosh. I actually love deep dish. It's I think Giordano's has the best. I think some people would argue with me. Yes,
They
do you
had to
agree?
pull me out of. They had to pull me out of the location on the Navy Pier. I wouldn't leave because I loved their pizza so
Oh
much.
no. You can buy frozen ones and have it delivered to you.
I put on some weight going to Chicago.
I bet.
It's amazing.
Good food.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tanya and Jordan, what's some of your favorite foods?
Sushi.
Yeah, I was about to say sushi. Like there's a place
better.
here that I have to like stay away from because it is so close. It's a revolving sushi bar, so it just keeps on coming until you leave the table. So you can, grab too many plates of sushi and then have eaten them all, and by the time you realize how much you've eaten, you're like, holy crap, I could eat so much more, but this is very expensive and I need to leave. But I think sushi is definitely my fave.
And we have that too here, Jordan, the revolving sushi place.
I feel like you're one-upping me right
What?
now. I think this is a competition between Tanya and
It's a
I.
total
Like,
competition here.
It's a must.
Mhm. We have
It's our
sushi
dynamic.
here too, girls.
okay, guys.
tell us.
Everybody has sushi
With
in their
deep
cool
dish.
plate with deep dish.
Revolving or not,
Koreatown doesn't have deep dish. There you go. You can have
No,
that one.
you got to go to Chicago for deep dish.
Yes, for the deep
Not
dish.
here.
Missy, would you consider filming a short film or a longer film in Chicago as well? And also, wanted to ask all three of you: have you ever been to Canada yet, and have done any acting work here as well?
Oh yeah. I actually had the last two shorts I actually shot in Chicago, and I'm currently working on a feature that I will shoot in Chicago. So yeah, I think it's a great little, indie film town, so it's accessible that way. And I have not been to Canada, but I can also shoot great films in Canada, and I know they support the indie film industry quite a bit.
Absolutely, especially Toronto and Vancouver on the West Coast. And Toronto just had their International Film Festival. I missed it by a couple of days, but it's a huge deal down here as well.
Yeah.
I actually have a short film that I was in that's in the Edmonton International Film Festival right now in Canada. The director texted me earlier this week that he was going to that festival because it's also showing in at the Catalina Film Festival as well at the same time. So he was trying to convince me to go to Catalina Island, not for the wine mixer, but for the film festival, because he is going to the Edmonton International Film Festival. The film is called Shabba Dabba, if anybody wants to go see it.
Where is it available on live streaming for the audience out here?
I'm not sure. If the Edmonton International Film Festival is also streaming, then I think it would be available there as well. It's showing Saturday at noon, I know. So maybe it's live streaming then as well. Not sure.
I've been
Jordan,
to Canada several times, by the way, Chris.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver, Ontario, and I have family in Quebec, so I've been to Quebec as well.
I can say a few French words. Bonjour, madame. Ça va bien?
Bonjour.
Comme ci, comme ça?
Oui.
Ça va bien?
Oui.
Oh.
Très bien. Merci beaucoup. Montreal is another great city for comedy, for acting, and for food. And since you were there, Tanya, did you try the great Canadian tradition of poutine with French fries, gravy, and cheese curds?
Ooh.
I did. Oh my gosh, yes, I did. I mean, it was a long time ago when I was there, but yeah, in Quebec. But yes, I did. I love the food there. It's great. I love Canadians too, so I love Canada.
We're pretty good. We're pretty good. We're pretty good people. We have a lot of good comedians, and actors in that as well.
Yeah.
And you're all so nice. You're just all so nice. Yeah.
Most of us.
though.
So hopefully one day. But I wanted to ask you this too, Jordan. We mentioned this off camera before we did our show. Can you tell us a little bit about your voiceover work as well?
Oh yeah. So it's sort of a new venture for me. I have an audio drama that's out right now on Spotify that you can listen to after you listen to the Slut and Training podcast if you want.
Okay, Jordan. Priorities.
Yeah, I know. Listen to Slut and Training podcast and then maybe listen to the audio drama.
Yes.
But that's called Echoes from the Void. But yeah, that's sort of it so far. And then I'm auditioning for more audio dramas every day and building out my booth. And it's very interesting. It's kind of like podcasting in that there are a lot more technical things to consider, like how close you are to the microphone. That was a journey in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of your favorite voiceover artists out there currently?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I don't want to. It's hard to say because I know a lot of them. It's a very welcoming community. So I fear that I would leave someone out. But yeah, I will say that it's lovely and that it's a very welcoming community and everyone is very supportive. Not that people aren't in live action. That's definitely still a supportive community. But as a new person coming in with not a lot of experience in that particular area of acting, it's been great to have a support system because it is deceptively hard. I will say that much.
Would you recommend for people that are watching this show or listening to it on audio after, they should take voiceover acting classes as well?
Hey, I mean, it's like I said, I think the benefit of voiceover is that there are a lot of online classes that you can take. So it's very accessible in that sense. And it does have the benefit of you are using your voice. That's the primary tool. So versus, screen acting, you have to be a little bit more physical, and that is its own art form in terms of how close are you to the camera, and you're considering a lot of other technical aspects. But for voiceover in particular, yeah, take an intro class. Like, hey, there's no reason why you shouldn't, and there's tons of different kinds of voiceover out there. So it's always a fun skill to learn as well.
I'm just learning myself, and I just wanted to get some of your advice as well. I wanted to ask you this too. As podcasters, all three are podcasters now, and Jordan as a voiceover artist, how would you describe your voice? And do you find sometimes it's hard to listen to your voice?
100%. Sometimes I fast forward my parts just because I can't listen to my voice.
What? No way. You do?
Yeah.
Well, Missy, you have a great voice. You have a wonderful voice. If anything, we should be slowing down. We should be going backwards. Like, let me hear more of Missy talking.
Well, can I just say, I edit the episodes because our shows are normally about 30 minutes long, but we record for 30 or an hour. And so you can see our voices on a graph, and you can tell by just looking at the waves of our voices who's talking, because we have very distinct voice tones.
Really?
Yes. And so I can tell who's talking based on the waves on the chart.
That's hilarious, Missy.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not realize that.
Very well.
Which one am I, Missy? Am I the...
You have the large waves. I have the medium.
I do.
And Jordan's are smaller, just like
Yay!
Yay!
We're like the
Energy
three
waves.
bears. Yeah, that's cool.
Is your podcast is your podcast show video like this, or is it audio only?
It's video podcast as well on YouTube.
Video. Now, do you guys record a lot of your shows virtually, or do you guys get together sometimes to record?
Initially, I had the grand idea of doing everything in person, but then I ran out of guests that could come into the studio. So then we ended up doing Zoom. So we record in the studio and then have our guests remote. But all of it is video podcast as well.
This technology is amazing. I've had guests on from Switzerland, Australia, Germany, and it's just amazing. And by the way, I love doing the virtual show, but I also now do live in-person interviews too. I do freelance media work for a number of professional sports teams, so I get to get down on the field and interview players and coaches and general manager or even fans. And as much as I love virtual, there's nothing better than in person as well too.
I saw that. I saw some of your shows. It was,
I agree.
Very cool.
Yeah. I wish we were all there right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's my next goal, is to get my own studio, but I also want to get out more and do more in-person live interviews as well. And I love doing this show because it's storytelling, but I also learn from every guest that comes on here as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put you all on the spot with this question. And by the way, I've learned to think on my feet. When I started this 6 years ago, I was writing everything. It was all scripted. And a couple of professional people came on my show. They gave me some advice. Write down your points, maybe some questions or whatever. But talk to your guests like you're having a national conversation. It makes for better air. And I've learned to think on my feet as well with this show.
Yeah, that's great.
That's
great
really cool.
advice.
Great advice. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I'm going to put you guys all on the spot here. I'm going to start with Tania first because she's been the quiet one. So we're going to go with Tania first. What's 3 words to describe yourself?
Okay.
3 words to describe yourself.
Funny, bubbly, happy, animated.
That's 4.
High energy. I'm a running
That's
runner
one.
without even
Tania can't count.
What? I can't.
You did 4.
Oh, well, I can keep going.
She keep going. You could give her 20 words and she
I
still
know,
could fill it.
she could go on forever. That's one of your skills, Tania. You are great at thinking on your feet as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Stop it. Stop.
Even if you can't count, you can think on your feet.
She's modest as well.
Yeah.
Very. Yeah. No, I'm not.
Modest. Oh man, who wants to go next? Missy?
Charlie,
Yeah, you go for it. Do you want to draw straws? Virtual straws?
Well,
right now I'm just stalling because I don't know.
Missy, you go.
I'm
See, I have to do this sometimes.
I'm going to have Tania give me 3 words to describe me.
Ooh, I like this game more. Yes, let's hijack it. Okay,
Yes.
Tania.
Go-getter, intelligent, and hilarious.
Those are all fair.
Those are great.
Those are fair.
Oh God. Okay, Tania. I'm ready.
Oh, you want me to do you?
Yeah.
No, this is easy. This is so much better.
Calm, funny, and so sweet.
Oh, I accept.
Yeah, I agree.
One of the sweetest people.
Thank you. My ego.
Wait, I'm sweet
my
too. That would be
ego.
4 though.
Can we get 4 words too?
I know.
Can I get one
Yes. Yes. No charge.
more? Okay, I need one more. Queen of counting.
Oh, me for you?
Yeah.
Actually, you give really great advice.
Mhm.
Like I think I'm
Advisor.
good advice too, but you give me good advice, and I think you're really good at that.
Aw, thanks.
I
I
agree.
should start charging then.
Yeah.
I guess.
Now, out of the 3 of you ladies, who's the most apt to be a stand-up comedian out of the 3 of you?
Probably Tania.
Oh.
Yeah, I am pretty funny and witty.
The fact that you said
And
it like that
modest.
is yeah, exactly. I have always,
I
that's
don't
one
know, Tania.
thing.
I'm pretty funny as well. We're gonna have to have
And
conversation.
Missy's really funny too. She says
You
things.
guys go ahead.
Yes, no, Missy's really funny. She makes me laugh, and not a lot of people can make me laugh. And that girl makes me laugh, whether it's a text she sends or something she says, but I like literally say, I am laughing out loud. I spell it out because she makes me laugh. You are very funny, but hence the comedy she wrote.
Yeah.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
It's laugh.
when I read that script, I said, oh, wow, this is like, laughing out loud. And I said, okay, I want this. I want this. I want that role.
Oh yeah, I read the title, just the title
Yes.
and the breakdown, Slut in Training, and I was like, something about it called to me in the sense that I was like, the log line, the description of this sounds completely absurd.
And funny.
And funny, so genuinely funny and earnest that I really wanted to be involved. So that's what it motivated me to really put effort into the audition.
I mean, I knew it was a comedy just based on the title.
Mhm.
I didn't.
Yeah, I would hope.
Comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's why when people would ask us on the street, you know, what's Slut in Training, Jordan would always go, "It's a comedy, not the other thing."
just
not
to
like
clear it up.
Yeah.
It was funny when you said that. No, I copy you.
It's funnier when you were on the street, I think, when we
Yeah, when I was on the street
Yes.
telling people
Yes.
randomly when they would look at our shirts, oh, it's a comedy. It's a comedy. It's not the other thing. Please go see it.
Yeah.
Gonna put you on the spot here, Missy. Have you thought about writing a book someday?
A book about my slutty life or about slut and
Yes.
training?
Slut and Training book. Yes, Slut and Training book.
I'm happy to write a handbook called Slut and Training. What kind of book? Are you talking novel? Are you talking about a handbook? Are you talking about biography?
All of them.
All of them.
You've
Well,
already.
I am not a slut in training, but I'm happy to write a book called Slut in Training. I think it would be funny to write a fiction book called Slut in Training, and I think it would be funny to write a handbook called Slut in Training, which may happen.
Don't you already have a little handbook you wrote that
I do have a little handbook. Yeah.
Yeah, you should talk about that. It's on. I have a copy of it. I ordered it because it was so good.
Yeah.
And that's funny too.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's called Yellow Flags Handbook. So I think I was talking to people about relationships and just marriage and dating and whatever. And I kind of grew up clueless, and I'm still pretty naive. I'm very naive.
Same.
When you watch the podcast, I have no idea what dirty words mean. I have no clue. I have no clue.
Any of
But
us.
I didn't get some of the wisdom that other people had the benefit of getting from, their parents or their siblings, older siblings, or mentors about relationships. And so I was like, well, I really would like a handbook. Like, it would be nice if someone had just given. I obviously know what red flags are in a relationship. Like, he killed someone. He's,
I could fix
did a
him.
crime. Those are obvious. But everything between that and the green flag, I have no clue. Like, someone should have pointed that out to me. So I made a Yellow Flags handbook where every page is a yellow flag that possibly could be a problem, but it's worth a discussion.
Warnings.
They're warnings.
And they make
Flags.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I learned a lot.
Yeah. Some of them are funny and obvious.
One thing I've learned too, the dating life can be a comedy too. A lot of people, I've had musicians, comedians on, and they use some of their past dating experiences for their comedy or some of their songs.
Yes. Well, yeah. I'm just entering the dating world after a very long time, and every moment is awkward and hilarious and almost terrifying at the same time.
Yeah. I'm in her boat.
For me, it's been 14 years
of dating.
So I should try it again. It's been 14 years since I've dated, so I should try it again.
Oh, Chris, you're a slut in training, Chris.
Maybe I should be a future guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta join the Slut in Training Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you will learn a lot.
Deal.
You will.
Deal.
With us.
On relationships.
I gotta ask you this, guys, too. Congratulations on your podcast. How well has it been received? And with podcasting, do you guys have to? It's more for adults, I am assuming. It's more of adult content. So do you guys have to put out PG warnings or anything like that on your show?
It's definitely adult content.
Yes. Not safe for work content. but it's, I mean, we don't have to put out a warning. It depends on the guest, really. Like we have guests from kind of all walks of life. We have a 71-year-old who's now 72 pole dancer from LA. She started when she was 57. So that, I feel like that episode was talking to like a hot grandma. So we kind of had to tone it down for her. We do talk about teabagging, but that's about as I don't know, controversial as we get on that episode. And then we have an open marriage guy where we go on a different spectrum of conversation. And we've got the gay millennial therapist where we talk about men on a much more intimate level that we drill them on. It's like having a gay best friend. So we definitely take advantage of that.
Very diverse show. Very diverse show.
And Chris, it's more educational, but a funny educational show. So you learn a lot, but you laugh most of the time. Like you're laughing almost the whole time, because
I think the intent is, the number one purpose is to make people laugh.
Yes.
If you learn something, great. It's not meant for an education. But if you learn a great slutty vocab word, and shockingly, that is how most people have remembered every episode. It's not by the guest title. It's really about what vocab word was taught in that episode. And so they reference the episode by that word.
But I mean, it's educational in the like relationship sense. Like you learn.
Yeah, I mean, you can,
you learn something about relationships, and we have a lot of great people that we interview who like the therapists, and people that have licensed therapy, and just doctors, and people like that. So
on this show, I've had obviously pro athletes, but I've also had shrinks, ventriloquists, comedians, actors, doctors, lawyers. And my former career, I was in security for almost 24 years. I worked in a gambling facility doing security. So I had to see all kinds of walk of life, rich people, poor people, people with mental health issues, drug addictions, alcohol issues. And I think that career prepared me for this career, because I had to not just talk, but I also had to listen and think on my feet as well. And to be a good interviewer too, you have to make sure your guests like to talk, because I once had a guest on my show, a 5-time boxing champion from LA, and I thought, oh, she's a boxing champion, athlete, this is going to be a piece of cake. And she just didn't feel comfortable coming on here. So eventually after 40 minutes, she warmed up to me and started talking more. But I always make sure when I talk to my guests that they feel comfortable coming on live, and they want to share their stories as well. You want them to be themselves on your show.
Yeah, for sure. Well, live is tricky. I mean, that is a different ball game than a recorded episode where we can kind of say, cut this part out.
Edit, yeah.
Yes, edit. But there's no editing here. So that's...
I do edit my shows at the end of each show. I edited them into videos and clips, because our attention spans nowadays are diminishing. So I try to do maybe 30, 40-second clips for people that don't have time to watch, because my shows are generally an hour long. So I learned how to do that as well. And I wanted to ask you all three of this. How important is it in the entertainment industry to also be very flexible, but also wear different hats as well? Many different hats.
I think especially nowadays, you have to know how to do multiple things, even as an actor, because most auditions are now self-taped. So you have to know how to set up the camera, and you have to know, things about, does my audio sound correct, and a little bit about lighting and technical aspects, because you have to have, a website, you have to have an online presence. So the entertainment industry is no longer, you can just do one thing. You can focus on one thing, but you should know how to do lots of things. And there's easy access to learn all of these things as well. So there's not really an excuse to not know how to do something. You can go to a YouTube video and find how to do it.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go first.
No, go ahead. Oh, she's frozen. I think, just being a writer director, you kind of, and working on a micro budget, you kind of have to wear multiple hats, and that kind of translates into like producing a podcast. You're kind of like the director of a ship, or the captain of a ship, that you have to just kind of navigate and pivot and learn how to work with the situation you're in at the time, because you can't control everything in front of you, and you certainly can't control people and how they respond to you. I just, like you said, like having a guest who doesn't want to share or change their mind. We've had, a guest like that, and it becomes
happens.
awkward for us, and we're like, oh God, like now what? And so you kind of just learn how to pivot on the spot. Plus you're dealing with like handling social media and marketing. It's a lot, but I think you can figure it out if you put time in, but it's fun.
Out of all three of you, who is the special social media specialist? And by the way, being on social media, I'm on 10 different platforms. That's a full-time job itself. So out of all three of you, who's the best specialist?
Not me.
Yeah,
No,
I do the social
no.
media there.
I leave it to Missy, because she knows what she wants and how she wants to market the podcast. So we wait for her, she does it, and then she'll send it to us, and then we'll post it. But she's pretty great at it. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Full-time job.
For sure.
It's a
I
full-time
mean,
job.
it is a job that, people
It is.
hire others to do. So
Yep. It's time
full
consuming.
credit to them. Mhm.
Are you guys on TikTok? Do you have your In Slut Training podcast on TikTok as well?
We do. It's at Not From Here Media TikTok handle it. I am still trying to navigate TikTok as a user, and so for sure we have reels from each episode up on TikTok as well.
By the way, I joined TikTok 5 years ago at the age of 48. I'm 53, by the way. And I told my friend, I said, this is ridiculous. TikTok's for teenage kids, high school kids. And they're like, Chris, if you want to get into radio and media, you need to get onto TikTok. So I tried it. And 5 years later now, I'm very comfortable at cutting promos for my guests, myself, and creating content. So TikTok, there's a lot of negatives with the political stuff on there. But if you use the TikTok app the right way, it's a really good tool.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. We will get there.
We will.
Absolutely. Hey, before we wrap this show up, I do have a clip from your YouTube channel. Oh, before we get to your YouTube channel, can you just tell us how you started up your media production company, and any advice for people like myself and others who are starting up our own media companies?
Oh gosh. I guess it was pretty simple in the sense of, I needed a production company to shoot my short film. And so, forming the LLC is nothing. But it's, coming up with a logo and the kind of the brand that you want to represent. And then it just kind of is an umbrella for everything that I've created that falls under media. So short films, the podcasts, any features that I shoot will end up in that kind of umbrella that sits under there. But anybody can do it, and just find a great name and stick with it, and then get all the handles, from the domain name to all the social media handles right away.
How did you come about the name?
Not From Here Media. I actually, a long time ago during COVID, I wanted to be a novel writer, and I really spent a whole year trying to write one novel. It was a young adult novel about my childhood in a small town, and I called it Not From Here, and then realized I suck at novel writing, but I love the title, so I kept the title and ditched the book, and then used it as my production company, because I think it kind of fits my themes that I like to write or stay in, and characters that I like. It's just people who don't quite fit in the mainstream, and I like those stories.
How important is it to have a good mindset, a strong support system, and also to, I've had successes in this industry where I've been told yes, but I've also been told no, but I've learned not to take no personally. And I look at it, I don't look at no as a failure. I look at it as a temporary setback. Just thoughts on that.
Can I say something about that? Because I just had a conversation with, okay. So I look at failure now as an asset, because every time I fail, I learn from it and then I do it differently or better. But it's an asset to me. Failure is an asset. If you don't fail, how are you going to know to get better? So I look at it as an asset, and give yourself permission to fail. And honestly, I had to realize my self-worth. And the way to do that is by knowing that you are not the opinion and the judgment of someone who doesn't care about you, or of people that don't care about you. And once you realize that, and you realize your self-worth, then everything else, as you accept, you give yourself permission to fail. You give yourself permission to do that, because then you learn from it. So all those things are kind of linked together.
Damn,
Yeah.
I don't want to follow that. That was
I think
great.
those are all
Tanya.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
I think, like, I just see it as you just need one yes. So, and the worst thing that someone can say is a no, and it's not a big deal.
And it's
Just do
okay.
one yes.
It's okay, because
And
someone
it-
will say
yeah.
yes.
And age is just a number. I'm 53, and I'm now speaking in local high schools to kids about education in the classroom and outside the classroom. And also, you don't have to pick one career when you're in high school and stick with it the rest of your life. And you can start over in life at any age. And I've met and interviewed so many people that are starting a new career in their 40s, 50s, 60s, even in the 70s as well.
Well, kind of like our pole dancer who started pole
Yeah.
dancing at 57.
Yeah.
That
She's married with
that's
children.
amazing.
And now
Yeah.
she's 51 and still doing it.
And she's won
That's-
awards. Yeah.
Wow.
She's amazing.
She's,
And they
mhm.
do like a comedy pole show, and she's so great. And they raised money too. I think they raised money for the fires at the time when we went.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Before we wrap up the show, I'm going to play a little clip from your YouTube channel. Where can people find your YouTube channel and subscribe, which I already have?
Oh, great. Thank you, Chris.
Yay.
Jordan, you want to plug for us?
So you can find us at Not From Here Media. That's the YouTube channel. If you literally type it in, or if you type in Slut and Training Podcast in the search bar of YouTube, I guarantee you'll find us very easily.
Okay, and I'm going to play the clip right now from your YouTube channel. I'm the audio guy, so if you can't hear the audio, we'll fire the audio guy too. I try to be funny. That's why I'm in
Give
radio.
him a raise.
I don't have a face for camera. I have a voice for radio, I think.
No.
Just one
Both.
second.
Yeah.
I know. 1 second. Thank you.
I'm so
I am
I'm
her
so proud
coach.
of you.
Yeah, I am very much her
She's
coach.
my Jackie.
I'm like, bitch.
but I'm so good. Just have sex with him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
yeah,
don't
but,
even
you know, I'm
understand.
not in
Like,
love with this guy.
It
Just have sex
doesn't
with
matter.
him.
Just
It is
try.
a-
And then I was like, okay,
It's procedural.
It was
procedural. Just like going to the guide, you just drop the pants.
And then I
Get
took
the
it,
exam,
and then, yeah,
and then you're.
and then I felt
then
like
you
a
go
total
home.
slut, and
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. Welcome to Slut and Training, hosted by Missy Greenberg,
Jordan Carlson.
Tanya Ross.
translated into the bedroom. Not for my sake. I'm just asking for their sake.
Right.
Your
for my
sake. Your own bedroom with yourself.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
pretty good, but
Yeah, you need
just
both.
kidding. These girls need a little. Tanya needs a little help.
Yeah.
I'm
fine.
I'm a dancer, okay?
You are.
Slut and Training. 3 unfamous women redefining slut. Streaming now.
Thank you so much for letting me share this clip and thoughts on this trailer that you recorded.
Missy?
I forgot to mention that we usually have coordinated outfits based on the theme of our guests. So
Mhm.
the hot pink outfit was
Okay.
for the sensual dancer. We've got flight attendant coming up, anonymous, and so we dressed like TWA flight attendants from 1975. I'm not sure why.
Why not?
We dress like
Why not?
doctors and scrubs.
We like to have fun when we're doing it.
Yeah.
All the same color.
Yeah.
And you said the word too, fun. If you don't have a passion for what you're doing in life, or you're not having fun and passion, then it's probably time to move on to something else.
Agreed.
hmm
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
going to put you on the spot here too, since you mentioned 1975. What's the best decade for clothes outfits?
Oh.
That's my favorite time anyway. I love the 70s. I love the clothes in the 70s, the bell bottoms, the hair parted in the middle and feathered. I love everything about the 70s clothes. Everything.
Yeah, you kind of still have that 70s vibe with the hair.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which
Like-
is era is the side part era? Because I feel like I've never let that go. Then I'm an 80s girl. I'm also the one that was like, we have to buy those hot pink unitard things.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
perhaps I
Yeah.
am. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the 80s.
I'm going to say 80s as well, because of the music
Yeah.
in the 80s. I grew up in the 70s, but for me, I love the 80s as well.
Yeah, I
Is
love
that the flannel shirt 80s? I think that was flannel shirts.
I think flannel shirts was 90s, like
90s,
grunge, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not my decade. Yeah.
Since I got you on here, favorite song from the 80s, favorite song from the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Do you guys remember? So at one of the film festivals that we went to, we got into this Uber, and for some reason, we found the only karaoke Uber in
Fantastic.
was it in
Austin.
Austin? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got in there and we
Really
started
weird.
singing. It was some Madonna song, but I think it was Like a Prayer. So I've got to say that one because that was just the most amazing random encounter.
It was so random.
Yeah.
Now whenever I hear that song, I'm like, okay. There's a core memory tied to
We
that.
actually had three different microphones for us to sing in while we were driving around in Austin with the lights and the screen, right? With the words. It was fantastic. Yeah.
My
I think my
70s
favorite. Oh, go ahead.
Blondie,
ahead.
Heart of Glass, and 80s would be like, do you remember the movies like Pretty in Pink? And so it'd be like, If You Leave and Don't You Forget About Me. Don't you
Yeah.
forget about me. Yeah.
That's not surprising,
That's it.
Tania.
I know. It's on Spotify.
It's on brand for you.
Yes, it is very on brand.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite 80s song is Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight from 1981. That song's 44 years old.
Yeah.
But as soon as I hear it, I just get goosebumps. That song just is my favorite song.
That's a good
I
one.
can see that.
The drums, that
What
drum
about you,
drop.
I want to know yours.
I mean, my whole soundtrack is like 80s songs in my car when I drive my kids to school.
You're hired as my friend. You're hired.
Yeah. That I progressed in so many other ways in life, except that literally has been frozen in time. I think my favorite go-to karaoke song, if I asked these girls during the audition,
Oh yeah.
Faithfully by Journey.
Oh,
Really?
Journey.
you're so sweet.
Well, I know. I'm like
Do you remember mine, Missy?
romantic at heart.
She asked us this in the audition. Do you remember what I said?
Some cowgirl song. I don't even
Boots
know.
are made for walking. These
Oh, the
boots-
don't
boots.
know.
Yeah, cowgirl song.
Would have been-
and that's just what they'll do.
Yeah, yeah.
And you looked at me, you said, "Oh yeah, I can see that."
I don't know. I don't know if I have one. I'm sure I said something during the audition.
You live in
strategically.
Koreatown.
I know, but that doesn't
You
mean I have.
have-
Okay, I have a thing. I give somebody else the book. I'm like, you find the song. I'll get up and I'll sing it. I'm just gonna
Wow,
sit here
that's
and have my soju. Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
Then I'm like, it's like, Jesus, take the wheel. It's not in my
You don't.
hands.
All right, we're going karaoke next time.
I know.
Who has the best voice out of all three for music? The best
Oh.
singer out of all three.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, not me.
Tanya is the
Tanya.
queen of modesty here.
Mhm. She's the belter amongst us.
Oh
That
yeah.
Like a Prayer song. She was on it. She was
yeah.
on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As we wrap this show up, since we're talking about the 80s as well, do you have a favorite Disney movie that you like, an all-time favorite Disney movie?
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, I
I
have Pocahontas on my wall, so I'm gonna say Pocahontas.
really.
I always love that movie. Oh yeah.
Some girl called me Pocahontas a while
Me
ago. I was like,
too.
thank you so much.
Really?
Asian
Yeah.
version, but yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of a hot take.
got
But
that.
either Pocahontas or Mulan, I think. Those are my faves.
Oh, you
Mine's
like the
still
Asian.
Cinderella. It's always
It's
been.
on brand for you.
Yeah.
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 I love the movie Cars. I mean, I have 2 boys, so they watched it a bazillion times over, but it's actually hilarious. I mean, it's written for parents for sure.
What was the last movie that you saw in a theater?
Sinners. It was so good.
Oh, Sinners.
Oh, it
I
was so
recently
good.
saw there was like an Austin Butler movie that came out, the name
Oh,
of
you
which
saw that one. I haven't
escapes
seen
me.
it.
Yeah, it's very good. I can't remember what it's
Oh,
called.
yeah.
Caught Stealing. Caught Stealing. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Aronofsky.
I did
Mhm.
not know that until the very
Yeah.
end when I saw
Yeah,
his
it's
name in the
surprising.
credits.
Wow.
I literally said out loud, "What?" Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
All right, as we wrap up this show, ladies, I'm going to cut this down from facts because it might take too long. What is a fun fact about each one of you, Missy, Tanya, and Jordan, that your fans might not know about yet? One fun fact each.
Oh gosh.
I'm really into boxing, so that's something. I think when people meet me initially, I don't strike them as being
Wow.
like someone that goes to
Boxing.
the gym and beats up the bag, but that is that's a passion of mine. That's my fun fact.
I'm a jazz dancer and kickboxing.
Wow. Won't mess with you two ladies.
I know.
Now,
I never
Missy,
pissed
you're
them
going to
off.
have to.
Oh gosh. Well, I guess we're gonna do facts about what we do, maybe.
You can do anything. Facts about whatever you want.
I went to high school in a small town in Minnesota in a very large family. From very large adopted family.
That is a fact. Yeah.
That is a fact. Big fact.
It's a personal fact.
But I don't have a Fargo accent, so there you go.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one thing
Finally,
you're missing.
and this is a new segment I just created for my show about a month ago. It's called Ask the Host CDP, a question segment. Do you have a question for me to put me on the hot seat?
What's your favorite place to visit in Canada?
This is a fun fact about myself. I am Canadian. I was born and raised here, but I've been to more of the States than my own country. So currently right now I'm in the Toronto area, but my goal is to get out to Western Canada, out to British Columbia, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, because Western Canada, I've never been there. So that's my next goal, as well, is to travel more in my own country as well.
That's cool.
Where's your favorite place in the US?
Favorite place in the U.S.? The one I haven't been to yet, which I hope to one day, is Hawaii. But my favorite place in the U.S. so far, I would say New York, Chicago, Boston, and Philadelphia. New York specifically because it is literally the city that doesn't sleep. I had 4 or 5 a.m. mornings, and I had mornings where I was like, "Oh, I had too much fun in New York." So I would say New York because of the sports, the food, and how diverse the city is, and there's so much to do there.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
This is a very serious question, Chris.
I'm a serious guy.
Who has been your favorite guest that you've interviewed so far?
Geez, I've done over 1,300 interviews virtually and in person, so that's a good
Wow.
question. Yes, I love doing interviews, by the way. I love connecting with people. I have a I guess it would be with
Ours
you
counts
ladies.
too, if you'd like.
Yes,
Wait,
you guys
Would be who?
you guys would be up there. But I would say the most outrageous guest that I've had is the gentleman that plays the Philly Fanatic. He's the mascot of the Philadelphia Phillies. It's a
Wow.
legendary mascot, and he came on my show and talked to me for 2 hours. And Mia
Wow.
St. John's, the female boxer, has been on my show. I've had guys on from ESPN. I've had actors, actresses. You know what? I really shouldn't say I have one favorite because I love everybody. I love really everyone that comes on my show, and I have a lot of fun doing this storytelling and the learning aspect of it as well. And it's the guests that make the show. I'm just a host, and I reach out to people, and I've been lucky. 90% of the time, people say yes to me, and I'm very lucky and appreciative. And my goal is to get back onto radio or to continue to build my business up as well. I wanted to ask you, ladies, too. Where can our audience follow you guys on social media, your podcast show? And do you guys have any plans to try to get some advertisers, sponsors for your show in the future as well?
Yeah. I mean, that's our goal as podcasters, right? To get advertisers and sponsors. So 100%, that is our kind of our number one goal. Our social media is, we kind of have two handles. One is on Instagram, the Not From Here Media with a the in front of it. And then also at Slut Film Pod, which was the original Instagram that kind of started it all. Those are our two main Instagram handles. Actually, I had a question for you, Chris. Can I put you on the
Oh,
spot?
I forgot about you, Missy. Sorry.
Yeah. No
My
problem.
bad.
I have no problem interrupting anyone.
This is true.
So let's pretend you're on our podcast. Chris, do you know what truffle butter means?
No,
Usually give you
no,
about 3 seconds to answer.
Yeah.
no.
No?
No.
Now I'm going to have Jordan explain what that is. Maybe
No.
edited.
No, you
No.
cannot do
You
that.
gotta-
That is your word.
We'll have everybody Google that.
Yeah.
That is not my word. So every episode we each individually come up with a word, and
My word.
that was not my word. That was Missy's word.
That was fine.
So you take ownership of that word, girl.
I say you can Google that. AI will tell you
That would be best.
explicitly what that means.
Or listen to it
Or
on
watch-
the podcast.
Yes, or
Yeah.
actually listen to the podcast.
Mhm.
Episode 2. Mm-hmm.
Okay, deal. Congratulations on your 6 episodes and many more. One thing I wanted to ask you guys is too, I use StreamYard for my show. Do you guys use StreamYard or do you guys use Zoom for your shows?
So we don't do live as of
Okay.
yet. So we haven't used either one. Everything's pre-recorded, and we have about 18 episodes kind of in the pipeline. So there's plenty more.
Online guests for our online guests. Is it Zoom, Missy? I don't even know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I think we use Riverside.
Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how was this experience for you guys being on live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show?
I had
This
a
was
lot of fun,
awesome.
actually. Very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Live.
Less intimidating than I thought.
Yeah.
Well,
And you
I
make
just-
it so easy. It's
Yeah.
so easy to talk to you, and you're a great host. The questions that you come up with, it's all, we feel very comfortable, or at least I do. Speak
Well,
for
thank
myself.
you.
Great.
It's just been from experience. I've done this for 6 years, almost 700 episodes, and the thing is, I constantly am trying to improve and continue to get better. And one thing in any career, this is not just for radio media, is you never want to get complacent in whatever you're doing.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Before we wrap this show up in 30 seconds, do you ladies have any final thoughts?
Like and subscribe all our podcast episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I think they're fun and entertaining. And if you just need some laughs at the end of the day or in the middle of the day or in the morning to start off your day, like that's the whole purpose of our podcast is to kind
Entertaining.
of
Entertaining.
Yeah, and
Is
if
it-
you're having
laugh.
a bad day, definitely listen to our podcast because your day will turn around and you'll
Mhm.
feel a lot
Yeah,
happier and funny.
with all the doom and gloom out there in the world, it's nice to watch a show where it's strictly entertaining and makes
Yep.
people laugh. And I try to do that. I'm not a comedian, but I just want my guests to have a really good time on here. And I'm gonna check out all 6 of your episodes as well. And I've already subscribed to your YouTube channel as well. And I want to say thank you so much for giving us over an hour of your time today. I hope you guys don't charge me overtime for this.
We'll send the bill later. It's fine.
Deal. And you have an open invite to come back on my show again in the future and continue success. And I just want to say thank you so much, Jordan, Missy, and Tanya for coming on. And Jordan, I might have to get in touch with you about maybe voiceover because I'm looking for a female
Yeah.
voiceover. I'm looking for just a fresh change to my opening video and my voiceover. And it's sometimes you have to change things up after a while too.
Yeah, more than happy to collaborate for sure.
Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for coming on. And Missy, before we wrap this up, do you have any projects? Are you able to let us know of any upcoming projects you're doing so far in the future?
Related to the podcast or just in general? Just in general.
For your podcast and your next podcast episode and any films coming up, possibly short films.
Yeah, sure. Our next podcast episode drops a week from today in the morning. And it's going to be a flight attendant, an anonymous flight attendant, talking about mischievous, the Mile High Club, and possibly other activities that happen on a plane that you don't know about, that
Don't ever
get
expect.
the inside scoop on. And then currently working on a feature to shoot next year.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming on today and continued success in your acting careers, directing, producing. And I will be watching your short film very soon. And I will be catching up on 6 episodes you've done and wishing you continued success. And thank you so much for coming on. Give me a little bit of time tonight and I will send you the full video, the audio, and then I will edit into reels and clips if you guys would like to share some of our show on your social media sites as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for-
much, Missy, Tanya, and Jordan. I really appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
Bye.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
You
Bye.
too. Thanks. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. That concludes season 11, episode 44, overall 594 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. And I want to say thank you to my guests today for coming on here today. Tanya Ross, producer, director, writer Missy Greenberg, and actress Jordan Carlson. And check out their short film, Slut in Training short film, which is available on YouTube. And they also have a podcast called Slut in Training Podcast, and that is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and it's also available on their YouTube channel as well. So I want to say thank you to Tanya, Missy, and Jordan for coming on here as well. And before we wrap up this show, guys, I have another announcement to make. The next Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show is going to be 2 shows on Friday, September 26th. Friday, September 26th, 12 p.m. Eastern. Matt Derry from the Locked On Lions podcast will be my guest. And then at 8 o'clock, Edward Hearn, a motorcycle racer with the California Road Race Association, will be on. So again, Friday, September 26th, not 1, but 2 Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, 12 p.m. Matt Derry from the Locked On Lions podcast, and he's also a lifelong Cleveland Guardians fan. So Matt's going to talk Detroit Lions with us and some Cleveland Guardians baseball. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern that same day, tomorrow night, Edward Hearn, a motorcycle racer with the California Road Association, will be on our show. And I will leave you the platforms that you can follow Tania, Missy, and Jordan on here as well. And I want to say thank you to all three of these ladies for coming on our show as well. And before you wrap up the show, guys, if you're looking for a personalized video from yours truly, check out cameo.com. Type in Chris Pame. Book your cameo today. I do happy birthday wishes, happy anniversary, pep talks, congratulations. If you want to just ask me questions about my talk show and my media career, go to cameo.com/Chris Pame and book your cameo today. You can also follow this content creator on Blue Sky Social at Live with CDP19 on Blue Sky Social. Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show is live streamed on these platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter X, Twitch, LinkedIn, and now available on Instagram. You can follow me on my website, beacons.ai/Chris D. Pame. I am a content creator as well, as you all know, and I'm on TikTok. You guys can check me out on TikTok at Chris. Check out my latest content on TikTok, and thank you to everyone for following me on TikTok as well. StreamYard is the official live stream provider of CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. If you're into webinars or podcasting, live streaming, check out StreamYard.com. They have basic free plans, paid professional plans like I have, or if you're a business that does a lot of webinars or live streaming, go to StreamYard.com and contact our sales department for pricing as well. Yours truly has been with StreamYard for 4.5 years, and I give them a big thumbs up. So check out StreamYard.com for your live streaming services. Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, the audio versions on these platforms: iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Pandora, Tuned In, YouTube Music, Good Pods. Please subscribe, like, and share on my audio platforms. Finally, guys, you can email Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show at cpame19@gmail.com. Any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, please, I'd love to hear from you on comments, questions, suggestions, feedback. And also, if you'd like to contribute and support my media content on my YouTube channel and my 3 talk shows, go to PayPal, Chris Pame, and I'd be happy to take any kind of tips or any support as well. So if you really like to support my content, go to paypal.com and type in Chris Pame as well if you'd like to contribute. Finally, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads, Instagram, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, everywhere except Snapchat. And also, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Type in Chris Pame Live with CDP Talk Show. And I want to say thank you to my 698 subscribers. And I've reached well over 500,000 views as well. So I'm 2 more subscribers away from 700. So please check out my YouTube content and my YouTube shorts as well. And hit like, share, and enjoy my content there as well. And before we wrap up this show, guys, I've got another comment. And this is from my guest tomorrow night, Edward Hearn. He'll be on my show tomorrow night, Friday, September 26th at 8 p.m. to talk about his motorcycling career out in California, and as well as his 20-year career with the U.S. military as well. So, Edward, thank you so much for being a fan of my show. And I met you through Michelle Renee Kagan as well. So, Edward, thank you for watching and for your questions. And I'm excited to have Edward on my show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So make sure you tune in to Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. Not 1, but 2 shows. 12 o'clock, Matt Derry from Locked On Lions podcast, talking Lions and Guardians. And 8 o'clock, Edward Hearn, a motorcycle racer with the California Road Race Association as well. As we wrap up the show, we have Thursday night NFL football tonight. Seattle and Arizona at 8:15. And then NHL preseason, we have the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Red Wings at 7 o'clock at Little Caesars Arena. And Major League Baseball, the Detroit Tigers are 1 one more game closer to the biggest collapse in the history of baseball, blowing a 15.5 game lead to the Guardians. Guardians are now 1 game up on the Tigers and have a chance to sweep them again. Tigers, Guardians tonight at 6:40 from Progressive Field. And then we have Boston and Toronto tonight. The Jays have blown a 5-game lead. Their 5-game lead is now down to 0. They're tied with the Yankees for first in the AL East. The Jays do have the tiebreaker, but the Jays have blown a 5-game lead in the last week. The Jays have now lost 6 out of the last 7 games tonight. So Boston, Toronto tonight, 7:07. Huge game for Boston, who's trying to get into a wild cards position, and the Blue Jays are trying to win the AL East. So that's going to be a huge game tonight as well. Again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody for watching this show. And again, thank you to Tanya Ross, Missy Greenberg, and Jordan Carlson, actors and co-hosts of the Slut and Training podcast and short film that was released in March of 2024. So please check out their podcast as well, and the short film, which will be on YouTube as well. So I hope everybody has a great night. Enjoy the Thursday night football game between Seattle and Arizona, and look forward to seeing you guys here tomorrow for not 1, but 2 shows. Matt Dury, 12 p.m. at 8 o'clock, Edward Hearn as well. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening to Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. And thank you to my guests, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Good night, everybody.